Hello, everyone, and good evening. Welcome to Reality Hour. I am Adam Samuel. Tonight, week 2 of American Idol season 20. We are back, ready for another discussion, episode breakdown, everything that's kind of been going on in the Idol sphere this past week. And joining me for the podcast today is Grace. How are you doing today, Grace?
I'm doing okay, thank you. Really good episode this week, and I have some thoughts on it. And we'll get to that.
And also joining us, we got Eric. How are we doing?
I'm doing good. I would say this was a solid episode. I still don't think, as we'll get into, I still haven't found my favorite. I don't think.
I don't think we've seen
still.
it yet.
I hope not, because honestly, I don't think any of these people so far have deserved to win. No one's blown me away yet, but we'll get into it.
I gotta be honest. I think I found one of my favorites this week, and it's probably not who either of you are expecting. But I was watching, and there was one contestant. I was like, I could see you being my favorite. I could see myself rooting for you here, and yeah, I like the episode. I mean, it was pretty good. Did you guys not enjoy it otherwise?
I
enjoyed it.
I just don't think we found the winner, and I do think we could see some really good contestants though this week.
Yeah, I saw someone.
I liked.
Someone was saying like it was the best episode in a while, like the best auditions. I mean,
Fluzak said that, and I disagreed, but
It might have been, but I don't know. Maybe it's because like I just started rewatching a season of X Factor where joke auditions were still very much highlighted, and I realized how much I don't miss that.
Mhm.
I mean, like if they're funny, that's one thing. If they're just bad, that's just I don't want to hear that.
Yep, agreed.
but I thought it was, like I said, I had a few favorites from this week. Really only like one. Kind of most others were kind of they were above average, but I wouldn't say they were stellar. It's kind of the description I would put for them. One thing I did notice that I kind of don't know if either of you noticed. Did you ever get the vibe that like American Idol had a specific playlist? Like I was watching this episode and I was comparing it to the one from last week. All the songs that have been done are kind of like the same ones we've kind of heard before. Like there's surprisingly no modern music. You know, like nothing. It's like, you know, a song for you, like, you know, some general country like classics. I was just like,
Someone always has to pull out a moment like this because, you know, why the fuck not? And so yeah, it's the same songs every year, but that's been a problem on all of these shows for years now.
I haven't noticed it before, but here I was like,
I've noticed it. I've noticed it.
It's the American Idol playlist.
Well, since ABC Idol started, we haven't been getting like the old themes like Motown and Big Band that we got every season on Fox show. So that's at least been a positive. I still don't think the themes have been much better. But
honestly, the good news is I haven't noticed the themes on ABC Idol, so I guess that's an improvement.
You don't notice that Disney Night's a thing?
Oh, other than that one, and then occasionally we do like one artist theme, but you know, most.
Yeah.
When I think back, I don't think about the themes as much as I do, with the exception of Disney Night. Yes.
Do we have like any update like for the format going forward? So we've got 2 more episodes of auditions.
3 more audition episodes.
4?
Yeah.
3 more.
3.
3 more.
I thought there were
3.
5 episodes. And then we've had 2.
5 audition episodes, Hollywood Week, and then probably top 24 from there is my guess.
Oh God. Oh. And then we go top 24, top 20, top 16,
top 12.
12. And then probably top 12 to top 6 to finale.
No. No. My honest guess is they'll have 5. My guess is we'll have 5 weeks after top 12 is announced.
That's still pretty awful.
That would mean 8 weeks of live shows and 8 weeks of voting, technically, starting from an earlier point than usual, but I'd be okay with that. I wouldn't love it, obviously, but it would be okay with it.
All right.
Yeah, it would be more than one person going home every week, but I'm kind of used to that.
Mm-hmm.
Has there been any kind of like idol news in the kind of idol sphere worth talking about? Any kind of breaking news, stuff like that?
I got a ticket to see Katie Turner in Silver Spring in June, Maryland.
Ooh.
She's opening again, so I'm not traveling to New York for that, but I'm seeing her here again. So that'll be fun.
What about you, Grace? Any big headlines?
I have contestant news about other shows.
All right. Well, real quick. The quick bullet points.
All right. So the American Song Contest announced their roster, and some of these artists are extremely well known. I'm not going to hit on everyone, but Alaska has Jewel, Connecticut has Michael Bolton, Kentucky has Jordan Smith from that other show down the street, Ohio has Macy Gray, and Washington has Alan Stone. Those are like the big names that they're probably going to pull in. None of the songs are being released, though, until the start of the contest, which I find a little bit bizarre, but I'm not questioning it. Dancing with the Stars news, pro Brandon Armstrong just got engaged. So congrats to him. And this past season finalist, Amanda Klutz, apparently she and her sister wrote a book, and it's being turned into a movie.
Okay.
It's basically about losing her husband. So that's probably going to be really, really sad, but good for her. And that's pretty much all I have.
On that note,
let's do the deep dive, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. So first up, we have Betty Maxwell. I don't know if you guys found this funny, but they introduced her that she was the winner of Miss America. And whenever like the contestants come on, they have like under their name, it says like what their job, like they're a server or they're, I don't know, a data analyst. For her to put Miss America, that was her job. I don't know. I just found that funny.
For a year, 5 years ago. But anyway, I thought I'll just get right into it. I thought a moment like this was disqualifyingly bad. And Jesus Takes the Wheel was better. Parts were still grading. I would have said no.
I know I say this every year, but if you are a pageant girl who auditions for this show, don't bring it up because people are going to dismiss it from the get-go. I mean, it's not fair.
The judges went out of her way. I did watch this one part to basically, she's not just a pageant contestant, but yes, she is.
But also, like, because people are going to think she's pageanty from the get-go. I don't think she necessarily was, even though, I mean, okay, a moment like this, the pageant song.
It is.
Jesus Take the Wheel, I thought was the better of the two.
Well done.
But I think like, a moment like this, I just really don't like that song.
I do like that song, and it was terrible.
For me, the thing is, Jesus Take the Wheel is a song that I've heard joked about so many times in so many comedy skits that anytime I hear it, I know it's like a really depressing, serious song, but I just remember these like moments from these shows, and it gets weird. But I gotta disagree with you guys. I liked her. I didn't think she was amazing.
She was good enough to go through, but like she
definitely
was good enough to go through, but like I still think people are going to dismiss her from the get-go.
Yeah, I don't think she's, got a chance of going deep, but I thought she had a pretty solid, look, was it a mistake to kind of be the pageant girl? I think obviously, that's
Did none of the notes grate your ears?
No,
seriously,
I thought she was good.
A moment like this, some of the notes literally hurt my ears. So,
that song hurts my ears.
There weren't a lot of contestants that did that in this episode.
And Jesus Take the Wheel, I have heard covered many times on this show, and I don't think anybody has ever really perfected it live except maybe for Carrie, but she's perfect in general, so.
I disagree. I thought it was maybe like a little manufactured, like a little. There was a moment when it was like they were going negative, the judges, and she was maybe thinking like she wasn't going to get through, and I saw like the face crack a little bit, like just like when the smile just kind of lingers a little too long, but I did like her. I thought she was good. I don't think she's going to go far, but I don't think she was as bad as either of you are.
I don't think she's going to go. I don't even think she's going to survive Hollywood, if for no other reason that they kind of want her to be a country girl, and there have been / will be probably coming up better country girls this year.
They only were saying that because it was the country episode. Like we were in Luke's hometown. They were kind of really this was kind of the episode where we find our token country people for the show.
Okay, next.
All right, next up, who do we have? We got Leia Marlin doing "Steal My Girl" by One Direction. I think the only One Direction song I like, kind of tolerate and maybe even like a little bit. And she also does an original song, and they compare her to Katie Turner. What did you think, Grace?
I was actually thinking Katie Turner more so for her personality than anything before the judges even said it. I don't understand why she sang a One Direction song. I did like that better than the original. I really wasn't crazy about the original, and this is a contestant that I just really isn't for me. But she's going through, so I guess I can't complain too much.
What about you, Eric?
Yeah.
She's not as good as Katie Turner, but she's still probably my favorite of this episode, honestly. I like her a lot, and the original song was good. I love what she did with that cover. Probably my favorite of the episode, honestly.
I'm going to disagree. Not that she's your favorite. She can, obviously be your favorite. I didn't like the One Direction song. I thought it was to the point where she took the song too far. Like, when you could flip a song. Like, I'm all for creative arrangements. I think she went too far that the song was borderline unrecognizable. There were still moments of it, but for me, I was like, I would have, put a little bit more of the original. It just felt like not feeling it. The original song I thought was okay. I don't think she has the strongest voice though. I think Katie was able to belt. She had the kind of the vocal chops for those bigger moments. I don't think Leia does. So I think, should she make it to the top 24 or something, I think she would be cut before top 12.
Yeah.
Not. Okay.
All right.
Disagree.
Mike Parker doing Strawberry Wine. Eric, throw this one to you.
Really nice tone, and I'm excited to hear more from him. That's all I wrote.
What about you, Grace?
I thought he sounded kind of like John Legend. I don't know if it was just me, but also John Legend is my celebrity. I was going to say John Legend is my celebrity crush. So coming from me, that is a big old compliment. I wasn't really sure about the country song, but it did kind of work. And we don't really see a whole lot of black country singers on these shows or in the real world. So
but he didn't sing it as a country song. He didn't sing it like as a country song though. It sounded more like an R&B song coming from him, and I liked it.
So I don't think he's going to go the country direction.
He's not.
If for the reason that the show does not typically put black singers, black men in any other category besides the R&B category, which I think is unfair. Yep. But
Idol loves this, to put people in categories. That's just how the show is.
I know. And I'm not saying I like it because I don't.
I don't either. I think I would like versatility, but Idol loves, I hate to say it loves stereotypes. Like it likes putting people in boxes and kind of having them being certain things.
Oh, I know. The judges loved him too, so I'm very happy he made it through. Hopefully he can hold up, but these kind of contestants go either way.
Yeah, I liked him. I thought he was definitely solid. I think he has a really good voice. I just don't think American Idol is going to do right by him, as it hasn't done for a lot of people like him in the past. And it's unfortunate. I think, should he make top 24? I think at best top 10.
Yeah, probably.
But I would think he would deserve better because he is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Willie making it as far as he did last year was pure luck. I mean, I'm not saying he shouldn't have been the runner-up that season because he definitely should have made it to the finale, but pure luck on his part.
All right, let's move on. We got Kelsey Dolan, 18 years old, performing Piece by Piece by Kelly Clarkson. 2 Kelly Clarkson songs. And I'll go first here. I didn't think she was ready. I don't think she is ready. I didn't also like how much the fact that they kind of focused so much on her story. It felt weirdly exploitative. I don't know if you guys would agree or disagree. I didn't
watch her story. I just watched the performance.
Yeah, because this is clearly a person who, it just felt wrong to kind of be showcasing them like that. I don't know. It just kind of left a bad taste. Like, I think she was a good singer, but I don't think it was kind of right for the show to do that.
Well, I didn't watch the whole segment, so I don't know that part. I will say the Adele song was really good. The nerves are going to be the end of her, though. She's not ready. But purely based on talent, she was one of my favorites of the episode, actually.
This is the part where I disagree with both of you. So, Eric, I know you missed her story. It was about the death of her grandmother, and apparently she thought the online ads that kept coming up were from her grandmother, which I don't know if that's how internet trolls work. And I'm probably going to hell for saying that. Piece by piece, for one thing, that song is no longer accurate, and I'm not going to go into detail.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, that's not a good song for right now.
I didn't like this audition. I thought the Adele song was better. I didn't get it.
I mean, I get that. I'm not saying she was my favorite. I was saying that she was in the upper half for me with the Adele song of the night. Having said that, she's still got her because the nerves are going to end her. 100%. She's not ready.
I'm closer to, I would agreeing with Grace. I don't think she would be towards the bottom for me, honestly.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to the next contestant that actually goes through. We got a Luke Taylor. He's doing a Ring of Fire, and I'm just gonna say it. I think for all of us, this was all shtick. Like, it was not the audition that mattered. It was the voice. It was the performance of the audition, but like the performance as in not the actual performance, as in like the shtick. You know what I mean? Like the whole thing.
Well, actually, I found this out today. I actually found this out today, but he actually sings the cover of Wellerman that has been circulating TikTok for the last several months.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Sea shanty?
Yeah. Do you use TikTok?
No, but I know that song.
Okay, there's been a version of that song that's been used in like a million TikToks, and that's him singing it. And that's actually got the song. No, I'm being serious.
No, I'm looking this up. I don't believe you.
I thought he sang it well. I don't think too many people will get behind him, but I said the same thing about Scotty McCreery. I kind of
holy shit, you're right.
All right, I don't think he's going to make it through Hollywood, but I kind of want him to make the top 3 because his hometown is like 20 minutes from where I live. And I have been wanting to go to one of those hometown visits for so long now. Anthony Fedorov didn't happen. Justin Guarini, they didn't do them his season. Katie Turner didn't happen. Make this happen. Get me to a hometown visit. It's not going to happen.
Not this one. Anyway, moving on. Kennedy Anderson.
Wait, what do you think about Luke?
I said my comment. I just laughed out loud, and that was it. That was my entire comment.
That's your entire...
I literally wrote LOL in my notes. It was just...
Did you like it? The shtick?
I found it pretty funny, I'll say. I found it pretty funny to hear that version of that song. But
can you sing Wellerman in Hollywood? Like,
no.
There once was a ship that put to sea, in the name of the ship was a million. Okay, great. All right, let's move on to the clear producer favorite, Kennedy Anderson, doing Applause by Lady Gaga. And Grace, what do you think?
This one was spoiled before she ever came out. Now, I didn't notice this, but several people pointed out that they showed her with the platinum ticket in several promos. I clearly didn't catch that because I'm not paying attention, which is sad for me. I did like her voice. I'm not surprised she got the platinum ticket, and I think the only way she doesn't make top 10 is if she quits.
Oh yeah, she is top 10 on it, top 5 even maybe, just for the sheer.
Yet, but
yeah, personally, this seems like the kind of contestant that would be like the exact kind I would root for.
Yes,
and it's kind of for that reason that I'm kind of like not, that invested in her run on the show. It's weird. It just felt, I don't want to say manufactured, but it felt like it was so obviously the producers screaming like, this is who you would like.
This is who you need to vote for.
And I was like, it kind of had the exact opposite effect on me. And now I'm just kind of indifferent. I think she's good. Definitely a solid audition, a great voice. I think she will definitely, for the more casual side of the fans, I think she will go far. I think she'll be top 5. But I was just like, because it just felt too, like I said, manufactured. And did you guys notice that 2 blonde girls in a row got the platinum ticket? And also, weirdly, I thought like for last week when they had the platinum ticket, they did like a whole show. They had her come out to this like bar. Here they just gave it to her. I feel like the continuity of the platinum ticket canon is just all out of whack for me, honestly. And I'm just very confused. Eric, make it make sense.
I'm not going to make that make sense, but I'm just going to say that I like this a lot, but I was not blown away like the judges were. And actually, some of the high notes that she sang kind of hurt my ears a bit.
Oh, God.
Genuinely. Certain of the high notes were very like irritating to me. I don't know why, but she's in my top 3 of the night, but I need to see more, and she needs to be less grating to my ears in order for me to actually get behind her.
She reminds me of Lacey K. Booth. If Lacey was like the clear golden child, like that's kind of what it feels like. The show is kind of so highlighting her. I don't know.
No, I'm not with you. Like, it is like I am one of those people that really never likes it when contestants are shoved down my throats, especially when they don't live up to it. Like, and most of the time they don't.
She was no Jax. That's all I'll say. But still good. Still good. By the way, Jax is like
blowing up,
doing very well. And good for her. Still my favorite audition contestant. Top 3. Aaron Westbury up next. Performing 2016.
A lot of hype.
What was that?
Another contestant who got a lot of hype.
Yeah, he's doing Sam Hunt's
hype.
His audition was spoiled on YouTube.
Yeah, but they said, I'd say it was the opposite of hype. They literally said, "Is this the most bored auditioner ever?" Is the title of the video.
He was unbothered. That's the word. Like he was
And
just like, yeah, if I get it, if not,
most unenthusiastic auditioner ever is what the YouTube leak was. I don't think that's really promoting him. I think that's kind of like throwing him under a bus prematurely.
Yeah, and even the judges talking about his limitations, like, I don't think that matters to a lot of the viewers because, like, Philip Phillips has absolutely no range, and he still won.
Philip has way more range than this guy does. Anyway,
Scotty McCreery only sang one genre the whole time, and he won.
Scotty has much less range. Anyway,
I don't think it really matters that much to the viewers, but he made it through. A lot of people vote for his type, so we'll see.
He's a goner in Hollywood. Anyway.
I gotta say, I liked him. I don't think he was amazing. I think he had his voice sounded like weirdly like a pop punk band. I don't know if you guys got that vibe.
Don't get too attached at him.
I thought it was good, a little unsteady, a little weak, but still like sounded like the voices you hear on TikTok. Not that I am ever on TikTok, but
okay.
you know.
But TikTok is where the kids are.
What was that?
Can I make a guess? What? Vitiligo was your favorite?
Yeah. Well, spoilers, Eric. We got Allegra Miles. She's doing an original song, Tainted. And, well, Eric kind of spoiled it. Yeah, this was my favorite audition of the night and last week. So, yeah, I would say this is my favorite contestant. Really, Eric? Really?
Well,
it was so short, but I loved it, and it was amazing.
Not my thing at all. That's all.
What? Eric, Grace, back me up.
It's kind of hard to get attached to a montage for me because they're so quick. I thought she sounded really good. Although what I will say, when the judges said I forget which one it was, said they wanted to be the first to say yes, I'm like, nope. Kelly Clarkson and Nick Jonas beat you to it on another show, but we'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
But they showed so little of her that like she has the potential. Because what I heard was stellar, And
It's
I think
also not a huge disadvantage for her to be montage because she was on The Voice and she made it pretty far on that show. So
what
And
happens?
Nanny
is-
Poppy was montage in her first audition, so it doesn't matter.
yeah,
She was
I
on The
like
Voice,
the
she didn't turn a chair, so that's different. Allegra made the top 9.
Okay.
why did she get cut or did she drop out? Like what kind of happened on
Got
The
voted
Voice?
out,
She got voted out.
right?
I
Top
think so.
9.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
top
watch
9
the
would
show.
imply that she got voted out.
I don't. I didn't
thought
watch
I
that.
read
season.
somewhere that she like dropped out. I could just be like completely reading something wrong. I don't know, but I really liked her, and yeah, I would say she is maybe my number one of the season. I mean, it's been 2 weeks, so
Okay.
all right. Well, we move on to a
Another
familiar
familiar-
face.
Another one.
And I got to be honest though, we got like a Voice throwback. We got an America's Got Talent throwback. There's no American Idol returnees. I don't know if either of you noticed that either. Like
Not
just
yet.
bagel, like nothing.
Okay.
I don't know. But Christian Guardino, I remember him from American Idol. I think he had a story about like America's Got Talent.
About
Didn't he have-
having about some eye disability or something. He could,
Yeah, didn't he have like?
He's
And they
legally
didn't
blind.
even on a show that loves to exploit people's stories. They weirdly didn't mention it. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, probably because they didn't want people. They didn't want to bring up the fact that he had a backstory because the backstory implies that he was a plant from a different show.
no, Eric, it's because they're gonna exploit it later. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, that's also a possibility. That's probably more likely. Anyway, I don't know why, but his voice and his performance he put on to me a little bit. It sounded nothing like he did on America's Got Talent.
I mean, it is like 6 years.
Yes, but
Were we podcasting about America's
we
Got
were
Talent?
not. We were not. It was the year before we started.
I remember like him being on the show. What was that?
It was the Darcy season. It was Howie's
Yes.
golden buzzer that year.
I think that was the last good recent AGT season, if I'm being honest.
Well, Shin Lim's season was better.
I didn't
Yeah.
watch that, so I have no frame of reference.
Not
but
better, but that's good. Anyway,
By the way, are you guys later? I want to talk to you guys about AGT Extreme if there's anything going on there.
I have
But
to watch-
because I'm just
I have to
curious.
watch it. You have to fill me in.
I'm morbidly curious.
I watched a single clip and then I quit. And I will tell you. We will talk about that clip at the end of this episode.
But yeah, Christian. Going back to Christian, I think he was okay on America's Got Talent. I was never really blown away. He's kind of the thing is, I remember on AGT he did like a lot of big voice ballads. I think like power ballads, and when you're a kid on like America's Got Talent, that kind of like puts you in a certain box, and it kind of takes you away from where you would want to be like with current music. And I would feel like with Christian being on American Idol, it would be the opportunity to kind of
Just
reverse that.
do something modern, and we didn't.
And instead of kind of going, maybe to do some John Legend or something, I feel like he doubled down. And I think at best he's looking at top 10. I don't think he goes anywhere further than that, should he even make the top 24.
I think he would make the top 24. I did like his audition. I actually think he's better now than he was on AGT, but I mean, he's had 5 years experience underneath him. And like you said, on AGT, he was 16 and singing old music. The good news is this year he won't lose to a 12-year-old with a puppet.
Well,
Can I say
granted, that
this?
12-year-old
He's one of the best winners.
more talented than everyone on
I was
this
gonna
show
say.
combined.
I love Darcy. Darcy's my favorite, one of my favorite winners. Like, I don't want to say
Good.
she's the goat.
Making sure.
She's one of the best, most talented winners of these shows, honestly.
Still, like, if I lost to a 12-year-old, even if she deserved to win, I feel like that would still take a blow to my ego just because that's just how I am.
Well, if she could sing with her mouth shut better than I could with my mouth open, then yeah, I wouldn't feel so bad. I would just
She
say,
can
okay,
She can
it
sing with her
wasn't
mouth
meant to
shut
be.
better than most people can sing with their mouths open.
I know it wasn't fair. Anyway,
I can't sing with my mouth open or closed. I'm just
me too.
not good either way.
Anyway,
I just want to say like one thing before we move on. It is so crazy how American Idol, it repeats itself. It's like poetry. We have an AGT throwback. We have And they
There's another
always,
one coming up.
there's another AGT. Another
Yes,
one?
there is.
Yeah, there is another one. I think from the same season, if I'm not
same
mistaken.
season.
Who went further? I don't know who this other person was, but was it?
I think they both cut the same round.
Yeah, they did.
Wow. All right. Well, closing out the night, we had. What was that?
Wait, no, I'm looking here. Okay, so this one got the judges' save in the quarterfinals. Christian, I believe, was an instant save in the quarterfinals.
And they
Not in the
both
same
cut
episode. They were both cut in the semifinals.
So, were they on the same episode?
No.
Of the semifinals? I don't remember. I don't think so.
Anyway.
No, they weren't.
Let's move on. Closing out the night, we got Lady K doing "Wide Awake" by Katy Perry, and probably the runner-up performance for me of the episode. I don't know about you guys. Eric, what do you think?
In my top 3 of the night, and actually I probably liked her second most behind what's her name?
The one I didn't like.
Behind Leia.
Okay, different one.
Yeah. So
this is probably my favorite Katy Perry song, which doesn't really say a lot.
Doesn't for me
not,
either.
Not really a difficult song to sing, but she did sing it nicely, probably better than Katy Perry ever would if she actually sang live. But I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm gonna get like hate comments from Katy Perry fans here.
From the Kitty Cats.
Oh God. Anyway, I really like her tone, and I love like the rhyme that she did at the end of "Awake" every time she sang it. It was so nice. And unlike Kennedy, none of the notes that she sang were grating to me. So
Because there's no high notes in this song.
yeah, but she could have forced them in there, and they could have been grating, but they weren't. She stayed in the perfectly pleasant range for the entire way through, and I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, it's pretty good. What did I write for my notes? What if she was amazing and the judges wanted to give her the platinum ticket? Because the platinum ticket is supposed to be like for the entire
episode. So they would edit it differently.
They would have had to go back up to Kennedy and be like, "I'm really sorry."
They made it seem like
here's a secret, Adam. The auditions aren't all filmed on the same day, and each audition episode is made up of things that were filmed on different days, so they can edit it however they want.
Are you saying the producers lied to me? Have I been bamboozled? That's your episode title.
Yes, it is.
Man, can you imagine though? They're just going up to Kennedy like she's already celebrated. She probably already had a party because it's like 2 weeks later, and they're like, "It's gonna take that back."
They made it seem like that when they gave Kennedy her platinum ticket, that it was one per audition city, which makes sense because they did go to 3 cities. But they've shown like they're not even like doing audition episodes by city anymore, which I really don't hate. So I'm not really complaining about it.
I could care less how they do it. I don't care how they format it, as long as they put a good number of talented people in each episode. I could care less how they arrange it. So.
Yeah. And I did like her, so I mean, maybe if she sings a more challenging song in Hollywood, that'll be the true test.
We will find out.
Yes, we will.
All right. Well,
on that note, we're gonna. I do have to talk about American Got Talent Extreme for a bit. First of all, the good news is that I'm not the only one not watching because the ratings are in the freaking toilet.
How bad is it?
Half the viewers of American Idol, less than half actually.
Let's go, Idol.
Well, Idol's not doing spectacular. Idol's getting like 6.8 million viewers. America's Got Talent's getting like 3 million viewers. That's about it.
Because TV is dying, dude. Like that's
TV is dying, but that's particularly terrible.
Wait, Grace.
Like next week, they're crowning they're ending the auditions and then crowning a winner.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yeah, America's Got Talent Extreme ends this week.
But they just did the audition, episode 2.
No, they did 3 weeks of auditions, and now they're about to crown the winner.
So wait, do they perform again? Do they?
Yes.
Is it pre-recorded?
I'm assuming so. No, nothing leaked because no one cares.
Nothing leaked. Oh man,
that should be the episode title.
What?
That should be the
nothing
episode
leaked because nobody cared. But Grace, that's America's Got Talent. Extreme. By the way, Eric, when they say extreme, do they spell it with like an X at the start instead of an E? So it's just
No.
extreme.
No, but they do make the X bigger in the logo.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So
back to.
I do have to talk about the one clip I saw. And I tweeted about it, and Ryan Niemiller, the contestant I liked my tweet. So here's the tweet. So there's a contestant who literally is as a wheelchair user who goes down a big ramp and jumps off a ramp and then lands supposed to land, falls down the first, doesn't make the landing. Yeah, doesn't make the landing the first time, but makes the landing the second time. And actually, the interesting thing was that he basically did everything that he needed. That he gave them all of the sound bites they needed to do a good job. He said things like, "My wheelchair is what enables me to gives me my freedom, lets me move around." He said things like, basically just said all the right things, and they still fucked it up. So the judges had to patronizingly walk up the ramp with him, which they didn't do for anyone else. They had to walk up the ramp and say, "Oh my God, this is high. You're so inspiring for rolling down a giant ramp and doing a jump." Oh my God. Anyway, it was bad, and I quit immediately after that, and I haven't watched anything since. And because it's pre-recorded and the producers are going to get what they want, he's probably going to win. Good for him. He got $500,000, but
he got the golden buzzer.
He did.
But the golden buzzer is for sob stories at this point. Anyway.
100%. Anyway,
back to American Idol.
Back to Idol.
All right, who were y'all's favorite three, or favorite two? Make it difficult. Favorite two contestants of the night.
Not difficult for me. Leah Marlene and Lady K.
Grace.
Mine were Lady K and Kennedy.
I think I would go with Allegra, number one, Lady K at number two. If I had to put a number three, just because I like to break my own rules, I'd go Mike Parker. That would be my three.
Okay.
But Allegra Maya else. That's who I'm rooting for.
Okay. I'm still hoping I find someone better than Leah because I like her, but I really want someone I can really root for this year, and I haven't found that person yet.
All right.
I want only so I can go to a hometown visit.
Okay, fine.
What's on the horizon? What's coming up next week? Do we have any?
We have spoilers, but I don't want to talk about them because I'm not paying attention to them.
There's 3 audition episodes left, and there's only 1 platinum ticket. So do you think they're going to save that for the last episode?
No.
Wait, but I thought it was 1 platinum ticket per episode or per show.
It's Audition City, and there were 3 Audition Cities, so there's only 3 platinum tickets, and we've seen 2 of them already.
Don't they do a lot more usually?
This is the first year they've done the platinum ticket.
No, like more cities. They did 3 cities.
But, COVID. So.
Oh.
Normally they do. Yeah, last year they only did 3 because of COVID, and they were all in California. This year they did Austin, Texas, LA, and Nashville, so it's at least spread out better. They have the tour bus that does the producer audition, so the judges' auditions they save for 3 cities, probably because the judges have lives.
All right. Well, is there anything else to discuss from the episode, or?
Nope.
All right. Well, then I will say that I am Adam Samuel. You can find me on Twitter at Adam Soapbox, and staying inside because it's snowing and it's cold. And I have a blanket that I'm going to be wrapping myself in afterwards. And also you can find me perfecting my my plan for how I'm going to react when I win the draft on the podcast. I was gonna go with like Darth Vader music and like maybe the mask and like just
save that.
It's gonna happen
night.
this year.
If Dancing with the Stars does another Disney Villains Night, save it for then, which they need to.
I'd be a really good Darth Vader. Just want to say.
Go for
Where
it.
can we find you, Grace?
Reality2_Grace on Twitter, and also staying inside because it's raining. There's still some Eurovision news to come out, not a lot. But since Gil apparently likes my Eurovision tweets and he's not here, let's figure this thing out because I have nothing better to do with my life right now. Oh, and more than that, I was supposed to see David Archuleta on Saturday, but that's not happening now.
All right, Eric.
You can find me on Twitter there. I did it right this time. Yay.
Hey.
And you can find me at concerts. I'll be going to see Jeremiah Lloyd Harmon on Saturday, and I'm very excited about that. And plenty more shows in the future. So,
all right. Well,
for me, it's
we'll be
musicals.
back.
I saw it on Sunday, and I'm seeing Oklahoma tomorrow night.
fun.
Oklahoma. I weirdly heard that
Is
it
Alex
was in
Cooper still in it?
they were talking about Oklahoma and Euphoria. Don't watch that show.
Allie Stroker was in the Broadway cast. I don't think she's in the tour.
Cast. Got it. Never mind.
The Broadway thing was a revival, and it was very short-lived. But I know she was the first wheelchair user to win a Tony.
Yes.
And yeah, she is really good, but I don't think I'm going to see her.
Anyway.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week. Until then, stay warm if it's snowing outside if you're in that area. All right. Bye.
Bye.